a man.
It does. It does.
So with this draft about to get started, everything that we've seen from DTS so far has been, we've seen a lot of Vikings. Now we're seeing Cho'Gall. You're going to do weird stuff. This is a great map to play on. I mean, Abathur works well on this map. Vikings work fantastically well. I fully expect Nice to either ban out Vikings, which it looks like they are going to do.
Smart.
And also, maybe picking up some counters to like Cho'Gall or Abathur early on, because DTS, this is the mind of Saray. Saray loves to do this kind of thing where you pick unconventional strats that, and there we go with Medivh. That's a great pick to give you a lot of vision and control of the map. You can see what kinds of sneaky stuff people are doing. Here's finally a team that's willing to pick Stitches.
I'm curious
Maybe?
because, like,
don't do it.
Stitches is a denial, because if they did want to run Cho'Gall, the threat of Medivh and Stitches gorging Cho'Gall and pulling that Cho'Gall way out of position, infinite value. Like, Gorge alone, that's 2 heroes in Stitch's belly. How we can eat that target is beyond me. There was actually a point in time where Gorge couldn't eat massive units. That was actually a thing back in the alpha.
I remember that, yeah.
But I mean, in Heroes, there's no lore. It's just every rule is broken, and Stitches can, in fact,
Stitches
eat that
has
oath.
the infinitely sized stomach. He could probably eat a few of those peppers and not even wince. I mean, he'd eat Diablo, and that's got to be fiery than that pepper. So
Spicy. Okay, well, this is actually a really interesting start. If they do lock in the Ariel with Medivh, I mean, Medivh is a pseudo support, and Ariel is the new support in the game, but that's already just full utility that they're looking for.
yeah, I mean, they are just hovering Li Ming now, but like you said, they have the tools to defend their team. But now, what are they going to actually fill their comp out with? They need some more meat on this team. Really, just with Li Ming so far. I mean, Li Ming's great on this map, though. And paired with Medivh, that's already a lot of damage. But they're completely lacking any sort of front line right now. And what we saw with GFE is a Medivh comp with triple range, where it didn't really feel as impactful, because the whole time Medivh was struggling to really help his team move around. All he could really do is portal the backline targets further back, because you're not going to portal the backline targets into the enemy team.
No, you're not going to do
Hopefully
that.
not, at least.
Not the optimal scenario. Well, Muradin will be banned out. They're trying to restrict some of the options here available on the side of Nice. Nice will still need a warrior, so I severely doubt that they will ban a warrior out here. Do you think it's worth just banning Rhaegar, or do they just need to target some more of the playmaker heroes?
I think with Ariel already picked, Rhaegar would be a pretty decent ban, because you're taking out another very strong support. However, nobody on the team so far of Nice can really work with Rhaegar. They haven't drafted that bruiser that usually complements a Rhaegar really nicely. So while I could see that being an option, I feel like it's potentially more likely here that we'll see Nice just banning out more of the damage, considering they've pretty much got all of the damage they want. And Vala, remember, is still on the table. I think that would have been a great ban there. Brightwing, though, so they are focusing the supports like you were thinking.
Yeah, I mean, Brightwing is smart because, like, they already have Falstad to worry about, and, like, having the double global on a map like this can be problematic. Just the way that you can rotate and just suddenly have a 1v1 become a 3v1 is really scary, and teams like DTS they excel in that atmosphere. So Kona is hovering Rhaegar pretty quickly. Beyond that, do you think it would be a lone Stitches for the front line? Or at least would they complement it with like a secondary warrior?
I think Stitches does so well on his own that they're fine just leaving Stitches as a solo tank, and I'm pretty sure that's what they will do here, but they might still get some sort of bruiser presence here.
It's a good denial with Ariel on the other team. You want to pick up that
Lunariel.
Yeah, exactly, because Li Ming's already going to be good for that burst damage, but if you want sustained energy flowing in, the poisons provided by Thornwood Vine, you pop that W, Lunara just feeds energy into that Ariel.
Have we seen a single team even touch Sonya? I don't think we have.
Not once in the tournament. Sonya has a 0% pick ban rate in this event, I believe.
That's crazy. That like Sonya has fallen off so much. I mean, we saw Thrall played to great success here, and let's see what DTS has in store for us in terms of the bruiser. Nice rounding their comp out with the Johanna and potentially Vala. So sticking to that sort of triple range, just a whole lot of backline targets. Johanna, though, is a great tank for these types of comps, though, because she can do so much in the front line, just peeling people, keeping them off the back line. You've got the Blessed Shield to interrupt the big engages.
Yeah, and at the same time, I mean, I always like to mention just the flashlight to deny the altars from being picked up. Johanna excels in being able to walk in, stop, and then back away while your team postures accordingly. On top of that, good for hook denial. She can, if she's got the proper position, she sees the hook coming, she can pop Iron Skin and just nullify that hook entirely. but they're going to go for that Kerrigan for their front line to rather than the potential Volo that we saw. Ooh!
Oh, there's another Alarak.
This was DTS that played Alarak. Yeah, it was
Goku
Goku.
was the one who had it. Yeah.
That was on this map. Yeah, Zoya just said that, and he's correct. That was definitely on this battleground.
So it's the battle of the two cooldown-based bruisers. Kerrigan and Alaric are going to be trying to pull each other in, which is going to be a funny interaction. I'm curious to see who gets the better end of it.
I guess the one big interesting thing to point out here is the fact that Alarak can actually push himself out. He has additional options. You can use it almost as a charge. You can use it as a retreat. You can use it to push someone away, to save an ally. Like, there's a lot of cool implications with his W, and or telekinesis is the proper name. So I'm pumped.
So, KO, if you had to make a guess right now, who is going to take this game?
I think I like the DTS comp a little bit more, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Alaric. I was really impressed with how Goku played it yesterday. Maybe we'll even see the counter ult used a little bit here as maybe a way to deal with Kerrigan going in. Something like that. I don't know. It remains to be seen, but I'm going to give it to DTS.
What about you, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I think DTS has it. I'm just curious to see if Goku has refined the use of charge or if he will go counterattack, because everything about his Alarak looked nice. Charge, not so much.
All right, so this is game number 1. We're going to pass it right off to our casters to get right onto Towers of Doom. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Unctuous.
This is actually game number 2. We're the ones that ate the pepper, and we know that. I mean, come on, Unctuous.
This is the casting desk of happiness.
Yeah.
The pepper is
we
over.
We painted today. Every day's a good day when you paint, right?
That's true.
I was singing that all morning.
Yeah?
It's a good song.
It is. It is.
All right, loading into game number 2, guys. We got the dumpster tier heroes here. On the left-hand side in the blue trunks up 1-0. And, of course, Goku's going to be on that Alarak. Prismaticism on the Falstad. Faye on the Lunara. Srey on the Stitches. And Iacona playing Rhaegar.
No surprises there in their hero selection for this lineup. But on the other side of the map, we have Nice with LZ Gamer playing Medivh, Asterbroth on Johanna, Elheim rocking that Ariel, Saikuk on Kerrigan, and Legend on that Li Ming. We'll have to see if he actually is a Legend. He is on the Legend Hearthstone card back, so have to give him some props. That's good coordination.
That is good
Name
coordination.
and
Name
mount?
That's
That takes some planning.
Yeah, that's almost Tempo Storm tier, where you're always legendary. I'm still Tempo Storm. I'm allowed to plug them.
Okay, okay.
All right, well, guys, going into this game, I mean, like KO said, it's the clash of those cooldown-based bruisers, Alarak versus Kerrigan. I mean, we got their analysis with Dunk. I mean, what do you think, as we do have a fight breaking out? Goku takes a lot of initial damage and does miss his pull, but we'll see how this is going to play out. Dunk, what do you think each team needs to do? Is it just like whoever wins the early game is going to snowball the hardest?
Well, honestly, I think it's just so hard to say. When you have a new hero like Alarak in play, it's very difficult to actually determine what the full interactions are between the two teams. I mean, if you look at these two teams, they have Kerrigan versus Alarak. I don't know which one of those scales better in the late game. I don't know which one has the stronger mid-game spike. So I think we're just going to have to watch this game and see, and we know some of the variables we know. Will Stitches land hooks? Of course that will be influential. Will Medivh have sweet portals? Of course that will be influential. But a lot of the story of this game is going to come down to the melee assassins, and we just don't have enough information about Alarak yet.
And I'm excited to watch Straight play Stitches again. Yesterday he had a very good Stitches, not just with the offensive hooks, but with the defensive hooks as well. See if he can utilize that helping hand at this game as well as he was yesterday. Both teams just doing the best they can to rotate. We do get a hook down onto Joanna, but of course not really going to get much done there. It's not anything to follow up, and of course Joanna's really tanky, especially with that iron skin. But we do have the triple spawn happening, and we'll have to see how this is going to be contested. I'm assuming that it'll be the standard, each team takes their top one, contention in the middle.
That is most likely what we will see. We already see Alarak positioning very defensively on that top left side. Falstad in the same area. Medivh now in bird form, but does not look like he's going to opt to scout at the enemy's altar, at least not yet. He's just sticking by his own. Meanwhile, this invade on the bottom side, this is very dangerous for DTS. Iacona does not get stunned by Kerrigan, but will get stunned by the detainment strike, but it is not enough.
Yeah.
Stray with the...
That was like a... You should not have lived there, the helping hand. That was a very unfortunate that Saquak missed his combo onto Rhaegar, because Iacona would have died there, and that would have guaranteed them. Actually, they did get both mills, did they? Oh, they didn't get their top right. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
what
this is dangerous.
Yeah, Prismatis is getting
Prismatis-
very low. He does get the barrel
Oh
roll
my,
out.
that barrel
and
roll.
Goku able to kind of help assist with that. They need to turn on him. They do get the combo down onto him. FaZe here to help out, but not going to be enough. Goku is going to fall, and that's going to be 2 of them going on over to, I can't even remember their team right now.
Prismat actually died on Falstad, and
Nice, that's their name, right, nice.
Lunara died. They split off, and it was a perfect chase. Medivh went to the top side, chased down the
Wow.
Falstad with the portal and got the kill. And then on the bottom side, Lunara got pegged by an enormous combo from Li Ming on his way out of the fight, and that put him so low that he could actually be finished off. So this is a very bad early game for Dumpster Tier. They are having a hard time here. They are not reacting appropriately to the Kerrigan pressure.
Well, full level lead here for Nice. They're doing a great job of their rotations. They haven't really lost pace this game yet, which is important. I mean, they've already got the front wall down, which would be if they get another like kill series like that where they pick off 2 to 3 people, that fort is very easily taken, and that's what they're going to be looking to do as the game moves on. Here, Hook comes up and does not end up connecting with anyone.
All right, Alarak will be trying to clear this wave out to the best of his ability, but his passive trait, which increases his ability damage, does not affect minions, and that is why he struggles on the wave clear front, and it's just a reality of having that hero, so it's something you're going to have to think about if you are willing to draft him. And now, looks like Dumpster Tier wants to invade this. They want to put some pressure on, but hooks on Johanna are not what you're looking for.
That's unfortunately the only target he's been able to hit. Nice stun going down on the Stitches. The combo follow-up is there. Sequoia taking a lot of damage. He does go in for the Ravage, but does not end up securing the kill on the Stray, and Condemn not in range to pull him in. But the Orb almost takes him down. Oh man, that Dampen Magic really showing its power.
Dampen Magic was the savior here. Prismaticism, 1v1ing LZ Gamer on the top side, does secure those pumpkins, but Goku doesn't think this invade is over. He was still hanging out. He still wanted something to do here, and that's going to cost his team their life. It's going to be rough for them. We now have about 1/3 of a level advantage in favor of Nice.
We do see that they're zoning this out as well as they can. Falstad from above does interrupt the Ariel from capping it. They're going to be forced to kite back. Medivh has to rotate down. And everyone is going to be here soon. Just got to wait for Goku to get back into the fight. Can Nice secure this or get a pick before Goku shows up? That's what they really need to do.
Yeah, we do see that Alarak going for that Discord Strike build again. This is the same build he used yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and this is a single Alter Spawn, so we will have a team here, but a nice Detainment Strike onto Prismat, does stun him, but a Cleanse comes out just in time, and Telekinesis will knock Johanna in, but again, that is not the target you want to focus. It seems like Dumpster Tier does not have enough damage to kill that Johanna, and Astaroth has repeatedly escaped with his life.
Both teams have a really good amount of sustain right now. Combo goes down onto Stray. He's taking a lot of damage, but he is taking a nice pull-in happening here. They get 2 members, Astrobath and Elheim getting very low. Great hook coming up from Stray. There's the Iron Skin, but there's just so much sustain on the end of Nice between the Oreo, between the Medivh. They're just not able to get these kills. Oh, nice combo coming out from Goku. The Medivh shield is there. Nario going to be able to heal him up, and now LZ Gamer's in a bad spot. They do secure that kill. Sequoia gets a big 4-man combo, though. The Condemn is down. The Gleaming resets are here. Can they get more kills? The Silence is down. They do get Elheim pulled in. He's going to be the next to fall.
That team fight, is it not done yet? Legend,
Legend.
you're a teacher? Okay. Legend will end up going
Hook.
down to... Oh!
Do they get Astrobath?
Fade
Is
turn?
this a full kill?
Oh.
Does he have Well Up? Does he have Iron
He's walking
Skin?
in
Well,
circles.
Iron
He's
Skin
going to
Well?
die?
Oh,
Is
that's
it?
right. He
Oh
got the
my.
heal at the last second. Oh, man. Law of Hope.
Wow. That was
4-4.
unbelievable.
2 or 1?
I
I think it was 4-4.
think that was a 4-for-2.
4-4-2.
As it finally turned out. But the real story, that Kerrigan with the re-engage, I thought that was going to be a destroyed team fight. But Li Ming didn't get the reset. Yeah. She did not find the damage she needed. And Dumpster Tier Superstars lived by the skin of their teeth. Very nice play by Goku, actually dancing on the round, on the side of the fight, conserving his health, doing a good job of having those meaningful silences. And then later in the fight, he knew he had the biggest health pool of his team. He actually absorbed a Li Ming Arcane Orb early in its flight path, so it didn't do too much damage, and it was a really good work by him.
Yeah, and because of how that fight went, now the experience favor has swung in the side of the Dumpster Tier heroes. Hook goes down on Ash rather than Stray is really good at hitting Johannas with these hooks, probably because they're not afraid to move out of them. But the level 10 almost here for Dumpster Tier heroes. Combo does not end up connecting with Stray, and we'll see. He typed in chat he was going to go Bile, but will it be the Gorge? It will be Gorge.
Gorge has been picked up here. Are there any other crazy heroics? We do see that Deadly Charge again. This is what we saw yesterday from Alarak. Mighty Gust, Thornwood Vines, those are totally normal. Rhaegar is almost certainly going Ancestral Healing. Guys, don't get
this
too
is normal
excited.
too. Iacona, doing Iacona things.
Yeah, absolutely normal.
But we have level 10 about to be picked up here from Nice. And, you know, we've been seeing Polybomb a lot this weekend. Do you think this is a comp where you want to go Polybomb, or will it be the ley line? Well, we're about to find out either way.
Both of them are good at stopping forward momentum. Oh, nice hook
Gorge.
onto Li Ming
It
here.
is going to be ley line seal. Silence goes down the heat, does not prevent the ult, but the ult still goes off. It wasn't fast enough. Legend taking a lot of damage, still trying to burst him down. If Legend gets out of this, he does not. He ends up falling. Bless Shield misses there. Elheim taking a lot of damage. Medivh Shield going to help out. Goku getting really low. Iacona trying to heal him up. Leyline Shield does come out. Can they burst Goku before Iacona can get the combo out? It does not matter. Actually, Goku is going to be just fine. Sequoia is going to be the next to fall. Good silence coming out from Goku. Elheim gets poked in. Nice shield from Medivh to keep him alive. Will he end up falling one more auto? And not going to be enough to secure the kill on him.
Iacona, though, might... No, he's going to be okay. That hook Gorge, and Goku tried to make this sweet play.
The silence was beautiful.
Using that silence to stop the Crystal Aegis, but it came out a little too late.
Yeah.
So the Crystal Aegis still went out, and Li Ming got saved. We do see them picking up this Pumpkin Camp, and that is pretty much standard for Dumpster Tier. And this is just going to push into the bottom lane, do some damage, but most likely get cleaned up. The problem is, this isn't going to secure any significant damage for them. It's just a matter of what else can they do on the map while these pumpkins are pushing.
I want to ask you something about here, Dunk. Wave of Force on Li Ming. What is the reason to go Wave of Force versus this composition? Is it just for the extra disengage option? As we do have a fight breaking down here, the hook does end up missing. Nice blink away.
Legend blink away at the last second. And the Wave of Force, I think, just helps disrupt the Stitches with the Gorge. He can be disrupted in his movement. The Alarak in his positioning can be disrupted. And I think overall the disruption is going to be more important for Nice's lineup than the a little bit extra kill potential and raw damage that you get from having that distortion beam.
So far, I feel like both teams are playing this very, very well. Even despite Nice being down in kills and being down a level right now, I feel like both teams are playing very well so far with you know how they're keeping each other alive. I mean, this double support composition from Nice is showing its potential here with the Aloria Medivh. But Stray taking a lot of damage here in the front line here. Medivh has to shield himself. Elzagame took a lot of damage from Faye. I mean, look how much damage Faye can do with those autos. Lunara just... She's scaled. She doesn't have 16 yet.
Stray is doing such a good job on this front line. He's absorbing huge combos with the Debit Magic, but Faye did get hit by a Kerrigan combo, but it will not be enough with a beautifully timed Ancestral Heal, saving Lunara, at least for now. Stitches is early in that ley line, and he will go down as he comes out of that.
Unfortunately, Goku, I believe he missed his charge and was just in the back of the fight for the longest time, not really contributing to the team there. Might have gone differently if he would have done a little bit more in that fight, but yeah, that fight does go in favor of Nice, as we do have the spawns in the top right now. We'll see how it's going to go. Looks like Prismat should be able to get... No, Medivh, of course, is right here. He's going to be able to get it, but he gets silenced and does not end up going back through the portal. Nice job from Goku to pull him away from the portal so he could not get that re-click, and Prismat will end up getting that altar.
Now we see both of these teams kind of resetting after that altar phase, both at level 13, but DTS does have a very significant experience lead, almost a full level in their favor, but the health on the core is so close. 28 to 24, this is still anyone's game. And we see both these teams just kind of rotating around, trying not to take any damage, not to lose anything they don't have to. And DTS is looking to make something happen with this hook. They want to force these Pumpkin Sappers into this Bell Tower. They want to get damage there, maybe find a kill. Stitches is so scary on those sieges because of the threat of that hook.
Yeah, the Pumpkin Chargers are going to get to the fort. It will not end up taking down the Bell Tower, though. And we will see what they plan to do going into. It looks like we do have a pause as Prismaticism has DC'd for the moment. We'll take a moment to get him back into the game here. I mean, what is it that... We saw the last fight not go well for Dumpster Tier heroes, and I think partially that was to Goku's, just poor handling of that fight. But what do we're about to get back to the game? What do Nice need to do to to swing this more into their favor? Like, how do they need to start approaching these team fights?
Well, I mean, the way Nice executed the last team fight was so beautiful with the early Kerrigan combo onto Lunara. That was good. Landing that in the first place is so difficult against Lunara because of that bonus move speed and the galloping gate. The way she moves around makes it so difficult to hit those skill shots. And that's what it's going to come down to. I feel like the Kerrigan has to find the initiation onto a squishy target, trigger the Ancestral Healing, and then use the ley line to reset and get those cooldowns back.
Oh, really bad combo coming out there from Sequoia there. I think the stun on Goku threw him off. He was not ready for him to be sitting there. Stray does get the Gorge down. The Ancestral does come out. Sequoia with the Maelstrom here to take a lot of damage. Astrobreath trying to get out. Iron Skin has been popped. Combo comes out, but does not end up hitting anyone. Gust is used to isolate here. Nice use of the portal. Joanne is able to get out, but Kerrigan does end up falling. Leyline still going to try and help disengage. Prismatism going for the kill. Medivh shield does go down. Is Astrobreath going to fall? Prismat is diving so far in, but he does end up getting the kill. Will he end up dying himself? Yes, the tower gets that last hit. A 2-for-1 exchange so far in favor of the dumpster tier heroes.
I thought that fight was going to go...
Is it Superstars or Heroes? I don't know.
Superstars.
Superstars? I don't know why I keep calling them Heroes.
Dumpster tier Superstars. And that team fight looked good for them. I have to be honest, Prismaticism played that really well. Maybe you could argue he got a tiny bit greedy at the end there, but trading 1-for-1 with the Johanna is fine. As Falstad, you have the global to come back into the fight, and you're not giving up too much. Plus, Dumpster Tier Superstars is now level 16 against the level 14 of Nice, and that is going to allow them to very easily secure 2 out of the 3 altars during that spawn. That leaves them with an 8 health advantage on their core. And they're just getting ahead bit by bit.
We do see the leap over the wall. They do not end up denying it, but they get the combo down. It does not end up hitting anyone. They're in this deep. Goku gets a nice double silence there, and they immediately take out Li Ming. Beautiful play coming out from them so far, and they are going to lose Ariel as well as Kerrigan. Way too greedy of a play. I don't know what they were thinking trying to contest that point. 16 versus 14. That was weird.
The gust was a little odd, but the contestion on that Pumpkin Sapper camp was very aggressive. They thought for sure that DTS did not have 5 members in position to defend that camp. Prismaticism wasn't even there, but it did not matter. Goku will hit a beautiful silence onto onto Li Ming and Ariel as soon as they were trying to walk through that choke, and both died almost instantly in that fight. And that is the danger of engaging onto a Stitches. When you have this Kerrigan, when you have this Li Ming, all of your damage is ability power based. You have to land those spells.
Yeah.
Not only do you have to land them, but you have to find windows where Dampen Magic isn't down. They dumped all of their burst over the wall onto Stitches, and he laughed it off thanks to that Dampen Magic, and that is something you just cannot afford to do in these team fights. Nice will have another opportunity. They will have more time. They're going to get level 16. They'll have the 16 to 18 gap, so at least they will be on the same talent tier and have a shot to come back in this game, because if they don't do something soon, DTS is going to be level 20.
This is brilliant shot calling coming out from Stray, by the way. I assume it's still a shot caller. They left the mid and the bottom fort low HP. They had the opportunity to take mid, and they could probably have pushed in the bottom a little harder. They're saving them to where they can cap these forts as the shrines are spawning right now. That way, there's no way they can reclaim the towers, and they get maximum value from their shots. So really well done coming out from the Dumpster Tier Superstars.
Absolutely. We do see the Medivh and the Kerrigan on the top side of this bottom lane. They're looking for that flank engagement. Seku knows he needs to hit that big combo, but he will not, and that's going to be tough for them. A huge Earth Grasp puts him so much danger, but the Crystal Aegis after the Force of Will is enough to keep him alive for now. Leyline Seal coming out. Prismaticism does juke it though, and the combo goes out, but there's no stun, and Faye and Prismat will turn onto Seku, can kill that Kerrigan at the start of this fight.
Hook does not end up connecting with anyone, but the pull from Goku connects, getting Li Ming to half HP. LZ Gamer getting pretty low as well. Looks like Falstad's going to go ahead and go for a cap. They're not willing to wait to try and get a fort here. If they would have gotten one more kill, they probably would have, pushed their greed a little bit bigger. But LZ Gamer goes for the interrupt there. It gets Gorge as, Stray with the perfect positioning there. And that's going to be a dead LZ. Up, as well as above, we're going to be seeing Faye chase down Alarath. Actually, Iacona, I don't know how he ended up over here, but
mistakes were made, but I want to highlight Goku used that telekinesis to shove Medivh away from his portal for so long while the Force of Will was alive, and it gave time for Stray to get in position with that Stitches Gorge and pull him all the way back.
This is going to be a triple fort here. They're going to be able to take mid. Top bell tower is still so healthy on the side of the Dumpster Tier Superstar, so this is going to be shots guaranteed going at the core here, but how many? There's 6 core HP left. If they get 2 off, I mean, the boss is lethal, so
absolutely. Every point matters at this stage of the game.
They have lethal with boss now.
There we go. That second shot coming across. So that 6 cap was worth 2 shots on that core. Like you mentioned, boss is lethal. Any altar tribute that you actually manage to channel is lethal. Yeah. Unless you've lost your own forts, let alone the opponent's. Those 2 are just free. You can give them away if you want. It doesn't matter. And at the same time, look at the experience. They're almost level 20.
Yeah.
Taking those has gotten them so much experience.
Oh, LZ might be in trouble here. The Gorge goes down. The ley line still has been procced, and I believe the portal is down as well. And yep, LZ is going to fall. That was unfortunate there. That nice hook on the Sequoia. He gets the Ravage back, but will it be enough? The heals are there. The poison will not be enough to secure the kill on him. Goku super far forward. He does not end up falling, though.
Okay. Shray's hooks have been on point this game, but did you see Shray threw the hook out, and while the hook was in air, Kerrigan was safe. But
Yeah.
the telekinesis pushed her into the hook through the creep wave.
Yeah.
That's how that hook landed. That is insanity. That was so well played.
Yeah, the only game I really bashed on Stray yesterday was the Joanna one. And that was A, because it was Joanna, and B, that's kind of like, Stray was always known for playing Joanna. And I think that he needs to play more of the Stitches, more of the ETC in the murder, because he's really showing, like, both yesterday and today, his Stitches is terrifying.
Dude, that Stitches was decent, man. Very well played by Stray. But I want to know what our analysts have to think, so we're going to head over to the couch, guys, and let you get all of that fun stuff from them.
All right, I think we can agree that Goku had a standout performance this game. What made him look so good?
Well, I think for one, it's cool that he's willing to run Alaric when so many other teams just won't even consider him as a pick right now. And he's actually making Alaric look pretty darn good. And in that game specifically, what we saw, we knew it was going to be the Battle of the Bruisers. But when Alaric would go in versus the Kerrigan, a lot of times Kerrigan was using her cooldowns on the Stitches, who was absorbing most of the damage very nicely for DTS there. And I feel like that's where they really went wrong, because Kerrigan would go in, use the pull combo on the Stitches. Stray was doing a great job of frontlining, and then it was the counter engage from Alaric that really made the team fight work, because they would silence the Kerrigan after team fight in, and in that sense, I think Goku really carried his weight.
All right, Jake, what was your favorite part of that game? Who do you think, how did they pull this out in 2 games flat? They just,
Well, I mean, they played very different styles. DTS is just showing their flexibility. They kept nice on their toes, and twice now we've seen Alarak on that play, but Dunk pointed this out really nicely during the game. The Alarak as a counter to Medivh. There was no safety from those portals. People went through those portals, and the telekinesis would just push you so far away. In the time in the bottom lane where we saw them confirm the Gorge from Saray on Stitches, but also in other situations when Medivh just went in to try to stall out the single altar. Medivh just wanted to cast the single Q and leave. He died instantly. And a lot of that's due to the telekinesis pushing him away from his retreat, which is just clicking on that portal. And, I honestly just want to almost shout out Blizzard right now, because just that's a hero that no one's been touching quite yet. It's new. Oftentimes we see it take a little while for a hero to come in, but we really saw the beauty of the utility available on telekinesis with Alarak, and I love it. I cannot wait to see people become godly with him.
And I think with BlizzCon being pretty close by, I feel like the teams that master Alaric before that comes around are going to have a big advantage in terms of these bruiser wars and trying to ban out all the different melees, because there's not that many that are popular right now. It's pretty much Kerrigan and Thrall that are being picked, at least in NA. So having Alaric in there and actually having him be an impactful pick with teams that get practice with him and know how to run him, Goku's a great asset to a team right now, because he's certainly mastered this character and knows how to play him at a high level.
All right, so Jake, their run through the losers bracket isn't done yet. They still have another team to move through before they make it to the grand finals. Do they have the work cut out for them? Will they be able to make it there?
Well, it's GFE, and GFE is looking spicy. Now, although they did fall to Naventic, they looked so very strong yesterday. They looked amazing in the Machines of War showdown we had on Thursday afternoon. So I think this is going to be their one really big challenge of the event. They defeated Astral Authority. They just defeated Nice. Again, a big shout out to Nice making it into our top 4. And this is going to be tough. I give to GFE, but if DTS keeps having all these crazy different compositions, who knows? They just need to have... They're the wild card right now. They have all the crazy strats.
All right, so we are going to head to a quick break. That was game number 2 in a 2-0, which is going to bring us into our losers finals match just after the break. So please stick around. You're watching Bloodlust, presented by Arcane 8 and Ting. Now remember, we are giving away a bunch of Machines of War bundles, so go ahead and get your hashtag waffles out in chat to make sure that you get your chance at it. We'll be right back.
There are a few options if you're looking for a phone to use with Ting. You can bring a phone you already own, You can buy a phone from the Ting shop that's guaranteed to work, or you can go it alone and buy a phone from somewhere else. We'll walk you through your options. If you already own a phone, there's a good chance it'll work on Ting. Bringing a phone to Ting is easy. To check if your phone is compatible, just open up the dialer screen. Punch in *#06#. The number that appears is your phone's unique IMEI number. This number string tells us a fair bit about your phone. Open a browser on your computer and go to ting.com/BYOD. Input your IMEI here. You'll get an answer right away as to whether your phone will work on Ting. You'll also see which services your phone supports. The more circles that light up green, the better. For example, if your phone supports 4G or LTE, you'll get the fastest data speeds available when you're in an LTE network zone. If your phone isn't compatible, or if you're looking for a new or refurbished phone to use with Ting, the Ting shop is your best bet. Here you'll find an array of phones that are guaranteed to work with Ting. Everything from the newest iPhone and Android phones to entry-level smartphones, flip phones, and even refurbished phones. We also link directly to Ting-compatible devices from reputable shops like the Google Store and Apple Store. The third option is to go it alone and buy a new or used phone from somewhere else. In either case, you want to be sure the phone will work with Ting before you commit. For new phones, ensure you're buying an unlocked device and that the device supports Ting's network frequencies. Ting offers service on both the GSM and the CDMA network. We'll talk about what those networks mean in another video in this series. If you're buying used, don't buy unless the seller is willing to give you the phone's IMEI. Run this IMEI number through the Ting compatibility checker to confirm it will work on Ting. In the end, it's the age-old advice, if the deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. When in doubt, give us a call at 1-855-846-4389 and talk through your options with a real person. Thanks for watching.